What's up, Blue Jay fans? Robb Scott of the Jay Talking Podcast back with a series preview. Blue Jays and Cardinals at Busch Stadium tonight. 3-game set. Blue Jays come in 5-14, and I'm tired of saying it, but last in MLB, last in the AL East. The Cardinals are 9-10 and fourth in the NL Central. But Cards are 6-4 in their last 10, minus 13 differential on the season. The Jays 4-6 in their last 10. Minus 18 on the season. They are 3-7 on the road, where the Cards are 5-4 at home. These teams have not faced each other since 2014, so there's not a lot to go on. The three-game matchups are this. Game 1, Marco Estrada. This is probably the best matchup of the series. Marco Estrada 0-1, 2.63 ERA versus Michael Wacha, who's having a good start to this season. Bounce back year, 2-1 with a 2.41 ERA. That should be a good one. That game starts at 7:15 Central, 8:15 Eastern, 9:15 Atlantic, 9:35 Newfie time. Game 2, Matt Lato 0-0 with a 7.20 ERA versus Carlos Martinez, who's off to a slow start. 0-3 or 0-3 if you're really into reading scores properly, with a 4.76 ERA. Game 3, Casey Lawrence getting his second start in a row, 0-2, 7.56 ERA. Last start was good innings, bad innings. It was a mixed bag, and this is what I expect from him again. Versus Adam Wainwright, who has never been the same since his injury. He is 1-3 this year with a 6.27 ERA. That game is probably the biggest toss-up of the 3-game set. Injuries for the Blue Jays, as we know, they're a shell of a team right now. Troy Tulowitzki, J.A. Happ, Aaron Sanchez, Josh Donaldson, and J.P. Howell. Although, no, I think Howell might be back tonight. So at least that's a little more ammo in the bullpen to come at them with a lefty. For the Cardinals, they're missing Johnny Peralta, John Grant, Alex Reyes, and Zach Duke in the bullpen. Let's have quickly look at the offensive numbers for both teams. Fairly evenly matched, really. The Jays are 29th in runs scored. That's with 64 on the season. The Cardinals are 24th, but they've only scored 69, so that's just a 1 or 2 good innings away for the Jays to be tied with them. Of course, these numbers are, again, in MLB overall, not just NL or AL. Home runs, Jays 23rd, average 25th, OBP 25th, slugging 28th, OPS 28th, steals 28th. They're 4 for 5 in steals with a 44% success rate, though I'm happy that they've been trying. As you know, I've been hammering on the small ball, and they have been trying the last 3 or 4 games, though they just don't have the weapons to do it. But I still want them to just keep trying, although that's a fucking awful stolen base percentage. Total bases 26, walks 18th, strikeouts 5th most strikeouts. Ground balls 16th, fly balls 26th, and extra base hits 26th. So we know how awful that is. I don't got to keep going over it. Cardinals offense, as I said, 24th in runs, 23rd in home runs, tied with the Jays, 23rd in average. They're hitting .231, 21st in on-base percentage, which is .305, 22nd in slugging percentage with a .373. 679 slugging percentage puts them at the 21st spot, or excuse me, OPS. 679 OPS puts them in the 21st spot. 16th in steals, they're 10 for 14. That's a 71%, not bad team percentage. 25th in total bases, 18th in walks, 19th in strikeouts. Ground balls 20th, fly balls 25th, 19th in extra base hits. So this is not a muscle-up offense facing the Blue Jays at all, which is what they need to try and survive this series. They need a similar team just like them. Pitchers, Blue Jays starting staff 5-14, 4.03 ERA. These numbers are coming down with a 2.48 opposing batting average. That's good enough for 17th. Their starters are 3-10 with a 3.92 ERA and a 2.55 opponent batting average. That's 13th overall in the league in MLB. And the relievers 2-4 with a 4.22 ERA. Expect that ERA to stay right there for the rest of the season. It's come down a bit from 5.02, I think, in the last couple updates. And a 2.34 opponent batting average, which is good for 18th overall, that relief corps ERA of 4.22. Cardinals staff, 9-10, 4.09 ERA, very similar to the Jays. 257 opposing batting average. That's good for 19th in MLB. The starters are 8-9 with a 3.33 ERA. So this is the strength of this team with a 2.48 opposing batting average. That's third in MLB. They're first in the NL though with that ERA. And the relievers are been very poor this year. 1-1, 5.63 ERA, 2.75 opponent batting average. That ERA for the relief corps is 28th in the league. So maybe this is where the Jays can find their weakness on this team, get past the starting pitchers, and get into that bullpen. Let's look at some notes for the game. Michael Wacha, this is his first start against the Blue Jays. As we said, these teams haven't faced off since 2014. He has faced 4 Blue Jays before in the past. That's Kendrys Morales, Troy Tulowitzki, Darwin Barney, and Chris Coughlin. Coughlin is the worst of the bunch. He's 1 for 10. Combined, they're 6 for 25. That's a 240 average, but again, Coughlin brings him down quite a bit. He does all the damage. Morales is the best at 3 for 7. And Troy Tulowitzki has homered off Wacha. He's 2 for 6. And so far this season, Wacha has pitched 6 innings or more in all 3 of his starts and has only allowed 1 run or 2 in those outings. So he's going to be tough tonight. But Estrada is going to be equally tough. He's 0-5, 5.10 ERA over 17 outings and 8 starts against the Cardinals. But you can mostly throw that out the window because he is a whole different pitcher the last 2 or 3 seasons. And I'm sure the Cardinals have not faced him in who he is right now. So, yeah, let's throw those numbers out the window. Yadier Molina has destroyed Marco Estrada. However, he's 13 for 24, a 5.42 batting average. The Cards, it's an interesting matchup, although I don't think it matters a lot to Estrada. I haven't really broken down the lefty-righty matchups, but just from watching on TV, he seems to have a fairly equal success rate against lefties and righties. You can correct me on that. I will check after. Whether I'm wrong or not, whether one is hitting a lot higher than the other, but his opponent batting average is so good that I doubt that is the case. However, the Cards will run 4 lefties against him, and they also have a switch hitter in Dexter Fowler, so they can throw some lefties at him. We'll see how Estrada can deal with that, but again, I don't think it's a big issue. In the past 2 starts, Marco Estrada has struck out 15 in 13 innings and has allowed 0 runs. So, what do we think about this with the breakdown? With the Cards, with the home record, the Jays a crappy road record, the Jays being a shell of a team offensively and in the pitching, but certainly with the offense. I'm gonna call a clean sweep for the Cardinals on this one. Tonight will be a great pitching matchup. Will be a very interesting pitching matchup. Just waving to my son, peeking through the door. How you doing, buddy? But the game 3 will also be interesting with Casey Lawrence against Adam Wainwright, because Adam Wainwright has not been himself again since his injury. So that will be an interesting matchup, but I'm going to give all 3 to the Cardinals because, again, the Jays are coming in with nothing offensively. And I think Carlos Martinez, who's off to a slow start, 0-3, is due for a big win. I think Michael Wacha is going to get the win in Game 1, shut down this offense. He's been hot. And Marco, I think he'll shut down the Cardinals, but again, the Cardinals offense will prove to be just a teensy bit better than the Blue Jays offense. In Game 3, we have Matt Latos in Game 2. I didn't like him at all in his first start, and I've been kind of a cheerleading for him this year, but I didn't like that first start of what I saw. He doesn't seem to have it at all. But that's one start. You can't judge a guy totally on one start. So, but having said that, I'm going to give the clean sweep to the Cardinals, and that's a sin, but that's the way I see it. So this is the series preview for the Cardinals and Blue Jays. Look forward to the game tonight, and I look forward to updating you. I don't know if I'll get the game recap for tonight's game out tonight or tomorrow morning. Either way, look for it. And remember, subscribe, like, and comment on these videos. Thank you very much for joining me. I will talk to you later.